Hello, dear students. How are you all? I hope everyone is doing good and safe at your homes. I am Nandashri. I'll be handling biology and chemistry classes for you. So, today I'm going to start with a new chapter, that is the fundamental unit of life. So, you know what is life, right? And you have already learned that things around us are either of two types, one is living or non living. So, further, you may recall that all the living organisms will carry out certain basic functions. Like, what are the basic functions that carried by living organisms? Students, now let us see the discovery of the cell. Robert Hooke Robert Hooke in 1665 observed a slices of cork under a magnifying device. So he just took the cork and observed under a microscope. So the cork is a part of the bark of a tree. So ಒಂದು bark ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಮರದ ತೊಗಟೆ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಅದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ. He took thin slices of that cork and observed them under a microscope. So when he observed that, he noticed a partition like boxes or compartments in the cork slice. Here you can see. So how is it looking? So it just look like a compartments in the cork slice. And he called it as a little room, and these small each compartment or each box, he called it as a little room. So in Latin, cell is a nothing but a little room. So this may seem to be a very small and insignificant incident, but it is very important in the history of a science. So in the discovery of a cell, it is the first step. And this was very first time that someone had observed that living things appear to consist of a separate units. So we may think that all organism, right? But that organism is made up of these kind of compartments or cells or the little rooms. And this is very significant incident in the history of a science. And this was the first time that someone had observed that living things appear to consist of separate units. So all these units together form an organ, all the organs together form organ system, and all the organ system combine to form a organism. So the use of the word cell to describe these units is being used till this day in biology. So we call it as a cell, right? So this is how he discovered the cell. Students, you can also observe that these boxes appeared like a honeycomb ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಜೇನು ಗೂಡ್ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಈ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು, like boxes. And you also notice that one box was separated from the other by a wall or a partition. Here you can see, so it is separated by a walls, so or partition. So here Robert Hooke coined the term cell for each boxes. What Hooke observed as box or a cell in the cork were actually dead cells. They were dead cells. Cells of living organisms could be observed only after the discovery of improved microscope. So what he had is a old model microscope. So after the discovery of improved microscope, now we have whatever we are learning the cell, so it has discovered. And very little was known about the cell for the next 150 years after Robert Hooke observations. Today we know a lot about the cell structure and its functions because of improved microscopes having high magnification. We can zoom the cells like so in a bigger way, or we can see the organ structures in a detailed manner. Students, if we want to know the structure of onion cells like this, so we have to take a small onion bulb, a piece of onion bulb. We have, with the help of a forceps, we have to peel it off the external skin, and we have to put it on a slide. So then with the, we have to add some coloring agent called as stain, saffron ಅನ್ನೋ stain ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿ, so we have to cover that material and observe under microscope. So this is the instrument we use to see some microscopic organisms, that is microscope. So here we have to put our slide and we have to observe what are these structures. So these structures look similar to each other, right? So together they form a big structure like an onion bulb. So we find from this activity that onion bulbs are of different sizes have a similar small structures that is visible under microscope. So here you can see most of all the cells are looking similar, and the cells of onion peel will all look the same regardless of the size of the onion they come from. All the cells will look in a similar structure. So these small structure that we see are the basic building units of onion bulb. Onion bulb ಆಗಿರೋದು by all these basic structure called cells. But all the organisms that we observe around are made up of cells. However, there are also single cells that live on their own. So as you know, single celled organisms, amoeba and paramecium, these are the single celled organisms. Like their whole body is made up of only one cell. This one cell has a capacity to perform all the basic functions like digestion, respiration, excretion, reproduction. Everything is done by only this cell. So that's why we said there are also single cells that live on their own. The invention of magnifying lenses led to the discovery of microscopic world. So it is known that a single cell may constitute a whole organism, as in case of amoeba, paramecium, chlamydomonas and bacteria. These organisms are called as unicellular organisms or single-celled organisms. On the other hand, many cells group together in a single body and assume different functions in it to perform various body parts in a multicellular organisms, such as in case of fungi, plants and animals. Example we can take us, so just take it as humans. So we are made up of different organ systems, right? And these are all made up of cells only. So can we find out names of some more unicellular organisms? You can give examples for unicellular organisms. Other than these amoeba and paramecium, we can give chlamydomonas, some algae and euglena. These are all the examples of unicellular organisms.